JT on the track.
Welcome back to the Fantasy Bruddas. There's some technical difficulties, but we about to be back. I think posting, trying like once, twice a week. But it's your boy Spencer. Say what's up, Sterling.
Yeah, I don't need you to tell me what to do, B. What up, world? It's Sterling. Back for fantasy redemption. We're gonna be touching on some of the.
No. This fool is all hype because this dumbass in our league traded him the first rookie pick. But
yeah, I got 3 picks in the top 13, so I'm looking to fortify my team. I just had AJ Green go down, and not gonna have him probably for the first 3 games of the season, but I think I'll be able to get some good quality guys, in the first round, and hopefully, basically try to keep my team afloat until AJ gets back and my team gets to full strength. But anyways, we're gonna be covering the dynasty rookie drafts for a lot of the people out there that are in a redraft leagues, and we're gonna be
people
coming.
that just want to hit on a rookie in a late pick too.
Yeah,
So.
definitely. So we're gonna be going over, basically guys that I in the first and second rounds, and guys that people really aren't talking about, but given the opportunity, could really take the job and run with it. So we're gonna start with our, kind of hint on a guy like in the, take like maybe 2-3 guys in the first round that really catch your eye and really think that they're in a good situation to not only produce for you this year, but produce for the next couple of years and be a long-term asset for your team.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. So I kind of want to talk about our respective situations as far as like what draft picks we got, because this is kind of just strictly rookie. I kind of want to just tell like why I might be making the decision that I'm making. So in our league, we got 12 guys, 12 teams. I have the 7th pick in the first round, the 4th and the 9th pick in the second round. So that's the 7th pick, the 16th pick, and the 21st pick. And Sterling, I tell him what you got.
Yeah, I have the number 1 pick I just traded for. I have the number 8 pick, and then I mean, this is glorified basically a discount first round pick, but I have the number 13th pick as well, along with the I think it's number
Wait,
17
did you
pick.
just get that one in the trade, the 13th?
Yeah, I got that one too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So,
You
obviously
might
in
as
the
well
number
go
1 pick,
first.
yeah, obviously for the number 1 pick, you have 3 options. I mean, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, and N'Keal Harry. Depending on what you really need at that position, if you're already set at running back, I personally would probably go with a David Montgomery. I think that David Montgomery is going to take some time to, get, he's in a committee. I mean, Tariq Cohen's no slouch. Mike Davis is a solid veteran, and he's a rookie that's going to need to prove himself. But he has all the intangibles. He has the size, the speed, the situation. I mean, the Bears run the shit out of the ball, and I think if you could basically take a need a starting running back for the first 5, 6, 7 game first half of the season, I would go with David Montgomery. If you need a guy that need starting week 1 getting RB1 RB2 workload, I go Josh Jacobs. Obviously that's what I need. I just traded away Le'Veon Bell to get Josh Jacobs because I need to clear up some cap room. I got a solid RB2 with, based on his workload. I mean, John Gruden has been on record saying he wants him to be the offensive player of the year.
Dude, that's the thing is that I like Josh Jacobs for this year, but like you said, I agree. I like Montgomery for a longer term because last time last time I remember him being a coach was what, 10 decade ago, and he had Cadillac Williams, right? Cadillac Williams rushed for almost 300 times. Rushed 300 times. He had like 1,200 yards, but he kind of ran him into the ground. And from what I've seen, Jacobs, I don't have a doubt that he can handle that workload, but like they number your carries at Alabama, so I'm kind of concerned from that. But I mean, he is probably the best. I mean, it doesn't get better than that for first year production, in my opinion. But
Yeah, agreed. Now, Nikhil Harry is a guy that I really like. I think he is going to be a beast this year. They're lining him up everywhere. They don't have a true red zone. I mean, Tom Brady loves, the big receiver or a big tight end to throw it to the red zone, and basically he's going to be filling that void. I mean, they have a Ben Watson. They have, I don't even know who their backup tight end is, but they're looking for that guy to not only be the deep threat but also be the red zone target. I think Nikhil Harry can fit in very nicely. I think it's gonna, for rookie receivers, it's very hard for a rookie receiver to just hit the ground running straight from college to NFL and just start killing off the bat. But I think towards the end of towards the end of the season, he'll really get his footing and be a solid contributor in that Patriots offense, and especially for not just this year, but next year, I mean, who knows? He might be clear cut wide receiver two, maybe even a borderline wide receiver one. But I mean, that might be, that's the ceiling, but he's that kind of talent. So I really like those three, just depending on what you need. If you have the number one, two, or three pick.
for sure. So I'll talk about my first pick. So I'm number 7 pick, and I'll just talk about a few guys that I would probably target around this area, just because from what I need and based on what I think people will draft. Like my needs right now are quarterback and wide receiver. I got pretty good running back situation. I'll probably sign one more in free agency, but I need a quarterback and I need a wide receiver. So obviously, I'm looking at Kyler Murray right here. I think he's going to be a beast. Probably rush for at least 600 yards. In an explosive offense that's going to give him every opportunity to put up numbers. So I'm not tripping with a Kyler Murray as my quarterback this year. I also like a tight end at this position. I'll explain why, because I have George Kittle, but he is franchised right now. But I also have Melvin Gordon, who, if he comes back, I'd rather franchise him and just possibly try to sign Kittle or take a pick in the rookie draft, which I like TJ Hawkinson right now. I was really high on Noah Fant early, but I'm hearing nothing but good ass reports from Detroit saying Hawkinson is killing, doing what he got to do, and that Stafford's actually targeting him. So I like what I'm hearing there. And my third guy, I mean, it's tough. There's a lot of people that I don't know who could possibly be here, like a receiver, like a Marquise Brown or Debo Samuel. But I'll probably use this one for um, potential value. And I think I'm going with the guy Sterling likes, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, man. I think he's the type
Oh,
of
you're a fan now.
Yeah, I'm a fan now. I think he's a type of receiver that Carson Wentz loves. I mean, him and Jeffrey are pretty. Jeffrey doesn't put up just gaudy numbers, but maybe a guy like Arcega Whiteside with a full season with Wentz will put up some numbers like that. And I don't think they're going to pay Alshon Pass this year, so they drafted Arcega to be his replacement. And that's what they're going to do. So
Well, yeah,
I
I
like
think
them.
I think I think Whiteside presents a ton of upside, but if you're needing a guy that needs to slide in your starting lineup now, he's a
Oh
guy
yeah,
that
I said that like
yeah, he's a great investment. I mean, the guy, I want to say Alshon's on the final year of his contract, or he's going to have a player option after the end of this year, and the Eagles are going to extend him or probably going to let him walk. So I really like Whiteside. Maybe not for this year, but definitely next year. And I mean, we all know Alshon Jeffrey's injury history. He's going to miss some games, and he'll be a nice plug and play whenever Alshon's out.
so. What
Anyways,
other pick
so
do you have?
huh?
What other
Oh,
pick do you have?
so the other pick I got is backdoor to number 7, and that's number 8. Um, Here I'm definitely looking for a solid flex. I'm going to be targeting heavily Daryl Henderson. I think he has immense upside. A lot of people are comparing. his role to like an Alvin Kamara, Chris Thompson, Tariq Cohen, but he's gonna. I feel like he's gonna get a lot more carries than like a Chris Thompson or Tariq Cohen. Um, I think he's gonna be an excellent complement to Todd Gurley. In the in practices, they're lining him up all over the field. In two back sets, running him in the slot. I think they're just going to try and figure out different ways to give the ball to him because, I mean, the guy can flat out play. So if I can't get Daryl Henderson and Spencer, seems to undercut me at that seventh pick, even though he didn't name him, I know he's targeting him. He's over here trying to be,
Yeah, you already know.
yeah, but I like Noah Fant. I think Noah Fant, whether it's going to be Drew Lock or Drew or Flacco, I think that the Denver offense, I'm not going to say caters to the tight end, but it features a tight end, and they haven't had a good tight end in some time. Denver has had a history of great great tight ends. I mean, if you go back to like the '90s, early 2000s, and they've kind of just fell off. I mean, they just haven't been um, that good. Besides, that Super Bowl run with Peyton Manning, but that I want to say that was like maybe a 2 year stretch, 2 or 3 year stretch where the Broncos were actually pretty good, and then they fell off again. But I really like Noah Fan. I think he's the future for the Broncos, and I think he can put up some really good numbers. Going forward. The last guy, and these, I'm going to actually hint on
Let
two
me let
guys.
me
These
interject real quick because I want to speak on Noah Fant
good.
because I'll say like tight end position is one of the hardest to get first year production out of.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's kind of tough to draft one in the first round, but I think these two really got the upside. I was high on a guy last year, not as high as Noah Fant and TJ Hawkinson, but Mike Gesicki, right?
Yep.
And he kind of had a bad year. I mean, the offense wasn't catered to his strengths. I think the Denver offense is catered to Noah Fant's strength, especially with Flacco at quarterback. But just be wary of that. Like you're looking at probably second year production from a guy like Noah Fant or even Hawkinson. So, but who's your third guy you're gonna say at this spot?
So these guys are gambles, in my opinion. You have Marquise Brown, and then you have AJ Brown, two guys with immense talent that are going into situations with, let's just say it, shitty QBs. Lamar Miller is not a proven passer
Shake him up.
and cannot drive the ball down the field. He hasn't proven it yet. Mariota has shown more flashes, but he's not a consistent passer. He's either throwing for 300, 350, 400 yards in a game, or he's throwing for 100, a buck 25, and two or three picks. He's just not consistent, and for a rookie receiver, that really hurts. Their morale and their progression. In their careers. So it's a boomer bust for them. So not to say I don't think that Mariota or Lamar Miller can eventually maybe put it together, but these guys drafting these two guys are I would just say a little bit of a risk, but if you can hit on one of them, the reward could be huge.
Yeah, I like both of them. I like AJ Brown and Marquise Brown. You're right though, but I think that's just because we'll see if Lamar Jackson can take that step. I mean, his receivers last year were who like Crabtree and Sneed and
Crabtree,
guys like that.
Sneed, John Brown.
I mean, John Brown is solid, but dude, I think he's getting a real weapon with Marquise Brown. So we'll see how they use him. The Ravens are one of the most creative. And then AJ Brown, dude, it's all on Mariota to me. I think that dude's gonna be a beast, but Mariota's just he showed something. I think his second year in the league, he did like 26 touchdowns, like single digit interceptions. But since then, he's been trash, dude. I know he hadn't been healthy and stuff, but I'm probably staying away from AJ unless I get him late first, early second, somewhere around there. But anyway,
Yeah, no,
my next
no, I
pick,
agree.
because my next pick, what I say is 2-4, so that's like number 16. I'm Here's a few guys I'm targeting right here. Just this all depends on who you get early, obviously, but I mean, do they have Damian Harris ranked 18 on these reality sports online default rookie draft settings? I would love Damian Harris at this spot if I got him. I don't think he'll last this long, but we'll see. If he was there, I'd definitely take him. I also love a linebacker at this position because defense can. If you have a like, you got Darius Leonard last year, right?
Yep,
Hey,
I got
stop
Darius
messing with me,
Leonard
brother.
off waivers.
Yeah, so you got Darius Leonard off waivers, and so I mean he was like the number one linebacker. So I'm just saying, there's rookie linebackers that are coming here and put your team over the top certain weeks. So I like Devin White here, and I also, dare I say it, I like. You don't have to reach for this guy. You can get him late, but I'm just gonna throw his name out there right now. That's Terry McLaurin. I like this guy. He he's one of the most explosive athletes that have come out of the draft. And from what I've seen, he's been burning veteran cornerbacks like Josh Norman. I mean, they say Josh Norman's a product of the scheme with the Carolina Panthers as we got him paid, so he's not even that good. But I think Josh Norman's a solid corner. Come on,
I mean,
and
come on, he's solid.
he's
He's
a
as
solid corner. And
yes.
so he's burning them in practice, which it's just practice, but it's still good, encouraging signs. I think he might be a problem, especially if Haskins comes out of that Ohio State connection, and he'll be targeting him from the get go. So keep an eye on him too.
So at 17, there's a handful of guys I really like. So Alexander Madison, for running back for Minnesota, love. I don't. Dalvin Cook has not shown that he can be healthy for a full season, and I think that Madison will have his fair share of opportunities to uh, carve out some time and make a significant role, uh, you know, for the Vikings if he takes the opportunity. I do like Damian Harris. At 17, I think he's going to be going more in the 12 to 15 range, maybe even earlier, depending on who has Sony Michelle. I have Sony Michelle, so I might be taking 13. We'll see. Um, a guy that is climbing up draft boards. He's been showing out in camp. Um, I really, I mean, I don't know if I'll spend a pick on him, but I'm definitely looking out for this guy, and that is Raquel Armstead from the running back out of Jacksonville. This guy has been tearing it up in camp. We all know about Fournette's injuries concerns. Right now, he is slated to be the number two back in Jacksonville, and I really think the guy is. I mean, based off all the reports coming out, and based on some of the tape I have been able to see from not only college but just from practice, the guy is he can be a starter in the NFL without a doubt. Um, so that's one guy I'm really looking at. There's we can
I actually really
speculate
like that
all
kid too. For
yeah
real.
we can speculate all we want, but the truth is maybe only a handful of these guys. I mean, we got about 30 guys on the board. Maybe only a handful of these guys actually even shake out. So it's so important to do your homework, to you know just keep your ear close to what's happening in the league. And these preseason games are gonna I know a lot of people don't take for fantasy purposes, preseason games are huge, especially for these rookie guys, and to see how they're going to fit into the scheme. And it's their first game. I mean, I'm not going to say it's full speed, but I mean these guys are playing for jobs. I mean they're going out there trying to ball. So they're not going to be going against the first team offense or first team defense too much, but it's a good first look at what's to come for the NFL season. But yeah, I would probably say that is my fantasy sleeper. I would probably say Spencer's was Terry McLaurin, but mine is Raquel Armstead. I think those two guys have a lot of potential, and
Oh, I thought you were
we'll
a
just
big
see.
Benny. I thought you were a big Benny Snell guy. Yeah. What happened to you preaching Benny Snell? He was like,
Hey,
Yeah,
everyone can change their minds at times, but I do like Benny Snell. I think Benny Snell is a starting. I mean, he has a starting running back frame. He has the size. He has the speed. He has the skill. He has the
he
vision.
doesn't have the speed though. He's slow. I thought.
He's not that slow. I mean, I want to say he
Might
runs like
not
a
play
4.5.
slow. Nah, I
He's
thought he
not.
was in the 4.6s, man.
Let me see. I gotta see
Yeah, he's
this.
4.66, bruh.
Biddy Snell 40,
Yeah,
four
but
six
he's
six.
a bruiser though. He's 5'10", 224. Like, and I mean, I saw him at Kentucky balling, dude. So I mean, I know he can play, but he's joining a pretty crowded backfield. I mean, they got James Conner, they got Jalen Samuels, and then he's what, third. So it's like he'll probably get a few carries, but I don't think he's gonna just emerge in the next year or two. But
I mean, we'll just see. James Conner would have to go down for him to be relevant at any capacity. So
which
we'll
can
we'll
happen,
see. Well, yeah, which can very well happen. But yeah, guys, I really hope you do your homework and really evaluate these guys and kind of where you're going to be picking at because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is just the strongest draft ever because I'd be lying. But there are some hidden gems in here that you could hit and really set your team up for not only this year but going forward. So
no doubt.
you know, keep on tuning in to Fantasy Brothers, and we'll get you there to the promised land.
Yeah, we're gonna try, man, and we're gonna try to keep posting, like I said earlier, like twice a week. Just keep the people updated. We might up that when the season's actually here and waiver pickups are crucial, and in week uh, advice is needed. So just stay tuned for that. We appreciate y'all.
For sure. All right.
Later, guys.
Fantasy Brothers out.